That'd be nice for Alliance.
Nice.
OG's turn to pick.
Too basic for OG. You know?
Kind of.
That's a tombstone hitter. He has a punch that creates an anime version of the tombstone.
Yeah, but what?
It doesn't actually do that, but it does create anime things of heroes.
It does, but it also does not. Well, it can hit a tombstone.
I don't know.
It will just hit it very slowly.
True. That is very true.
But if multiple people hit it at the same time, you know, got him.
Is it potential that this Void Spirit is a support?
All right, so Lena's a tombstone hitter that also combos with Darkseer's Vacuum. I'm gonna put that one up.
So I think Alliance has a much more standard draft. They picked their 3-4 combo in the opener. Natural synergy between those two. You got the tanky guy in front and the reliable stun followed up by the unreliable stun. And then the safe lane, you have the beefy 5 position that's meant to tank for their ranged carry most of the time. And then you have a ranged carry that can capitalize on that early momentum and is well matched up against the opponent offlaner in the Morphling. And I think you're fine to play Morphling and a Spectre too. Seems like a reasonable matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And Morphling, I feel like right now, since the change with the mana cost and everything, Morphling hates being pressured in lane.
Yeah, it does.
It used to be that you could, before the mana cost, you could just go ahead and like, okay, I'm being pressured, but you know, I'll go down to 400 health, pop a healing cell, back to full. You were just too efficient. Nowadays, you have to make sure that you're not dealing with one of those like really oppressive ranged offlaners or something like that. Darkseer usually just gives you free lanes to hit creeps as a carry.
Very good matchup for Morphling. Not only that, because Darkseer, his really only way to win the lane is to wear you down with Ion Shell, and Morphling loves going for either the Ring of Health for the Lincolns or the Morbid Mask for the sustain.
Do you think they're going to go one of those? I have not seen Darkseer plus insert 4-position melee hero that's supposed to combo with Ion Shell. I have not actually seen that be very successful. I feel like I don't know exactly what's changed, but I feel like those kind of dual lanes cannot actually pressure the safe lane carries as much as they used to, and I almost feel like you need to be able to just let the Darkseer sit in lane and farm.
So you don't think we're gonna see a Nyx Assassin?
No, I'm just asking Viashay what he thinks of that, because that has just been my viewing experience anyway.
Is that this patch? Because I haven't seen too much Darkseer this patch. So. I think more importantly, to answer your question, I don't think it's possible for Darkseer to really pressure a Morphling.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the Undying in the picture. It's like you may be able to, even if you kill him once or force out a lot of regen, the Morphling will eventually scale to free farm. I do like the Tiny Band. That was like the one support I could think of that could cause issues in the early game for the Morphling, because he waveforms away and then gets tossed back into the creep wave.
Well, it looks to me like they're banning away mid heroes.
Yeah.
I think Void Spirit is played by
Soxa.
By Soxa, or Darkseer is some weird support.
Yeah.
Overall, last pick is OG, so we're gonna have to find out what Limp's gonna play before he gets to get, you know, clarity on where that Void Spirit is gonna go. Is there any hero in the pool that does okay against Void Spirit and also is okay against something else that might come out that's still strong? And what is good against Void? It was always the Puck band.
I've got this crazy suggestion. I think they might pick DK.
Oh.
Mars.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
Out on a limb?
I actually didn't mean it, but I realized when I said it that DK will be the exciting 9th pick for Alliance here.
Yeah, they're really dragging this one out.
5 seconds remaining.
Man, it's been a really late night.
Dragging it late into the night.
I was thinking it's been a really late night. That's what I was trying to say.
Moxie does not approve.
Wow.
Who would have seen that one come?
Oh, yeah.
Davion coming out.
Never fails.
Never fails. I mean, it is one of his strongest heroes for Limp. Yeah. I mean, we saw him obviously on his God tier Tiny in the previous game, but
10 seconds remaining.
Can't have that go 2 games in a row. So DK it is.
Bristleback.
Ooh, Bristleback.
Okay, so it is a
4-position Void
about
Spirit.
the fact that the Thompson's mid last pick.
Oh, he has the Crimson Spectre piece. That's important.
against DK? Is there something about that I don't know, Brian?
I think it's more so that I think the best way to deal with Morphling and Centaur is these heroes want to be stationary in their own lanes farming, and you want to just run at them. Like, you don't necessarily need to kill them. You just need to make it so they're not killing creeps, because they need to be on top of the creep wave, tanking it in order to be efficient with their farming. So I think the whole idea of this pick is that, yeah, eventually they have the Undying, they have like the Morphling who can buy a Scotty, but the pace of the game that Bristleback represents, I think, will create a lot of space for Ana, is the goal.
Once again, I see a lot of synergy with the Inkswell, especially the Shard. Bristleback having extra movement speed always feels really good and can just run in, plus you get the heal.
Yep.
Same goes with Spectre, being given both an Inkswell and an Ion Shell, and then potentially just popping ultimate and instantly being on top of somebody in the back line that you feel like you need to kill first in a team fight. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about the Bristleback overall, though.
If this is going to be fights, who's going to win? 5-on-5 fights all the way through. Got an Undying on one side. How can you go against that?
I legit just don't know.
I mean, if you're going to talk about 5-on-5 fights, Bristleback is kind of the king.
That's what I'm thinking is like, that's what they want to do. So I think the idea is that if Ana gets like Manta Diffusal, Morphling does suffer much more against mana burn nowadays. So I'm going to go with OG again, but like I said, it's kind of just a hunch.
I mean, regardless of who you're favoring here, we're all winners here because we get to see a third game between these two teams, and we're going to watch it together with Moxie and Fogged on the mic.
Man, nothing like some midnight Dota, and I really love the panel's analysis. It feels like ESJ is just completely befuddled at this point. Everyone's like, yeah, just be like a weird, this or that. What can you tell me about this game?
I don't know. I'm just, I just love when I hear the puns. I'm a big fan of puns. I hang out with Lacoste a lot lately, especially too. I hear the dragon in the night. Dragon Knight gets last picked. I'm a happy man over here. And I'm happy that we got this third game. We get to see a Morphling. Haven't gotten to see this hero too much. It's been getting banned some of the situations. And a Bristleback. I mean, a last pick Bristle. This is a treat.
It's always fun to watch the mid Bristleback too. Probably the most memorable one for me was watching Eternal Envy play at mid and then cut the creep wave between the tier 2 and the tier 3, and literally nothing could be done about it. It's a little bit different though now. They actually changed things around because of Envy. But I'm excited. I like the fact that we've got some very high octane Dota that's going to be played.
Yes. I think we have some fun stuff too. This is Void Spirit position 4. We don't get to see this hero. It's been nerfed. We don't get to see it as much as we did before, which is like every single game. And it's a position 4, which we really don't see except for I think Liquid's like the only team that like they like flex, right? Where Tiger plays something else and Boxy plays like a 3/4 Void Spirit. Or?
Maybe in Europe, but Matthew over in South America has been playing it forever.
That is true.
Yes.
That's a good point.
So definitely, though, in the European region, though, it seems like Liquid was the only one who really kind of got on that train here. But I'm
excited. I've been stuck in Europe and CIS. I'm trapped over here, so you got to give me that. I don't know.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We haven't seen it quite as recently. Like you said, there were some changes, but you can already see Mr. Davion the Dragon Knight has picked up a stick because he knows what Thompson's going to be tossing at him.
Yep, Limp should be able to farm really nicely here. Thompson might struggle a little bit because you do have that damage reduction that comes into play. It might be a little hard besides just farming with quills. So we'll see how that one does play out. I gotta be honest, I haven't seen Bristleback versus DK, but I imagine DK is gonna farm a little harder than Bristle's gonna hit some jungle camps and catch back up just fine.
So now this is kind of interesting this time around is the fact that they're not doing a tri-lane here for Ana. They're actually, running the 2-1-2. How do you feel about that? We like that we're changing it a bit?
Quite a bit better, yeah. I feel like Seb, the first game, he got a bit lucky having like this phenomenal situation with his Bloodseeker. The second game, I think we really got to see him struggle. They were really on top of Seb as that Magnus, so yeah, we'll get to see just him being enabled a little more. And Darkseer needs help. I don't feel like you can leave this hero alone. I mean, you can't really leave Magnus or anything alone either, but Darkseer probably one of those that needs a little bit more love than those, just at least to get the ball rolling.
As part of that, too, the fact that they have that Undying, they just don't want to be too grouped together and giving him those extra stacks.
All
right.
Thompson, yeah. So lane, he actually does pretty well in the first few. He's 7-1. Does have a couple creeps that he's going to miss, but he's prioritizing just getting a small camp.
He's definitely one of those heroes. I mean, we saw it a lot with the Keeper of the Light, right? We saw it earlier, and it's still really nice, though, for being able to take these stacks. Bottle is, of course, online here for Bristle. Going to be able to go and just get that region back up and go fetch one of the water runes.
Yeah. And you always want to have, yeah, we'll definitely see some situations where even Saksa, you know, he's just pulling creeps up here, as you have to do versus this Morphling lane. He'll get to the point where he's stacking Ancients. He's getting Thompson ready for that full jump and spike in that way. But the way the lanes are sitting right now,
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
looking to
tower
win
is under attack.
3 lanes.
Feels pretty good, definitely. Inkswell was getting used here on the bottom lane. Anna was doing a little bit of poking over at Hanskin, but probably just wants to go back and hit those creeps.
As he needs to. He's suffering a bit. Spectre versus Centaur. Centaur, the reason we're seeing him being picked so much more. Look at this base damage. 81 with the Bracer. Spectre is 54. And the animation on Centaur is phenomenal. So, Anna will continue to suffer down here.
Do we think that... Yeah, he's getting
Getting
chased.
6 close stacks. All right.
He's got 8 wand charges here, though. Or stick charges, rather.
Yeah. And they will start to
bottle.
disappear, those cool spray stacks. But Thompson, he's going to kidnap the wave and now kidnap the bounty rune as well and farm closing a small cannon.
Ooh, efficiency. You love to see it as a Dota player.
Yeah. And you love to see when it's like, you know, you're not able to just like beat him in the lane. You got to do something to at least beat him in that efficiency point. Cool move.
Yeah, top. They were grouped up pretty tight here, but they do have the surge over on Seb, so going to be able to just run away. And that'll be the end of that skirmish.
I'm shocked he actually got Tombstone at 2 versus this lane. A very like elusive lane that they're going to maybe dissimulate points in the surge. I thought he'd just go for Soul Rip for sure. But plops down the Tombstone.
Is it a situation where he considered that they might just get too over aggressive and he wanted to punish it, or?
Not sure. Maybe he just wants to. Honestly, I really think he should have probably wants to Soul Rip, and he probably regrets that point. It'll probably just turn insta kill. But you know, when you're playing with Morph too, Soul Rip is just has unbelievable value. Either way.
Still quiet so far here. As you can see, the harass trading back and forth. A bit of a hunt as he's going to try to mess with Tops and Stack here. Almost managing to get the courier as well. They're pretty close.
Survives. That was the ring of health, too. That's Thompson does not want to lose that.
No, he doesn't. Oh, top lane. Saksa. Which, it's going to be Saksa who gets that first blood, but FNG gets his revenge as Nico Baby gets the kill.
Well, worth it for Saksa. He's got his boots. Now he's got an upgraded wand if he chooses to, and he's level 3. Maybe he can make moves to secure the bottom lane a little bit better, as we are still seeing Humble God struggle.
Not
they're going to refill.
Not an easy life down here for the Spectre.
And we see he actually just he returns top. Seb actually has the bottle finished up on that Darkseer, the popular build that we've seen so much. And FNG, ATB's made, fills the bottle for Lim, so support's doing their jobs.
Nothing like a water boy.
Yep. Seb? Could be just fine here. Nico Baby trying to put some harassment onto him. And yes, these lanes still looking really good for Alliance. The Morphling full free farming, DK full free farming, and even looking to apply some pressure onto mid lanes here with this catapult.
Surprised that we haven't seen any sort of rotation trying to punish this dragon form. But I guess you can't.
Starting to move.
That's the only one who can move, right?
Yeah, they don't want to ditch the Spectre entirely.
They know that Saksa's in that area. They do have the ward up, and they can see the courier scurrying by. Feels like a little bit of waffling here, though. It's taking a while. FNG, though, to be able to collect the bounty rune. Okay, No Tail has made his way over. They're expecting a dive. Fade. Do they go back in? FNG, though, he drops that tombstone. Thompson is indeed very, very low. Uses the fairy fire. They're going back in. They get the kill. And now FNG is a lonely little island over here on his own. Oh, but the lion, Hunskin, rotates in. Saksa with the double damage, of course.
And that's the first DK form. It's gotten only 290 damage on the tower. Nice rotations from OG to push that one away.
As for doing Centaur things, now that he has that Vanguard online, it's very difficult to harass him out. But return down to the bottom lane here from No Tail to help keep Anna safe.
is also hard to pressure now at this point. He's got the chainmail and he's got the ring of health, so he may have had a little bit of a struggle at the start here, but now with these items, they can't actually put the pressure onto the Spectre at all.
Vanguard just feels so good recently.
It's so nice. It's like Centaur is the best one, but like Centaur Axe, like it feels amazing now. Because now like Stout Shield's gone, so that's -2. It's been gone for a while. -250. They made it cheaper and they buffed it.
Stampede bottom. S4 running away, running around in circles here. Doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of mana.
Dire's courier has been
But
killed.
FNG's courier will get slain while all this is going on.
He's just giving full experience to the Morphling too with his rotation. Now it looks more appropriate that he's put, just Tombstone points because he's so low level. He won't actually have Soul Rip, and Tombstone is infinitely better once the mid game does hit.
Calculated, clearly.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
You learn something new every day. That Limp working on that Blink Dagger. We saw him get some really nice initiations. Although Hunskins over here, he's going to poke away at Thompson. He might have gone just perhaps a bit too far here. Looking for the opening. Will land the Impale. Limp spewing away over here. Thompson, though, he's pretty tanky. Yes, that Vanguard. Look at this. Now FNG joining in, has the Tombstone. They finally take down Thompson with those rotations.
He actually takes like 0 damage when Limp hits him. When he does get the block chance, this is pretty funny. But the magic damage does clear him out. And Limp still has some time with his Dragon Forms. Actually hit the tower, and there's 15 seconds, no bristle. Already 2K lead off of those very successful lanes.
Yeah, we've seen some very nice rotations coming out as well.
FNG? Okay, he'll be all right. Still has the Morphling at his side.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's
is
fine.
under
Papa Morphling's not gonna let him die. Not this time, anyways.
Seb? Yeah, not this time. Seb still was attempting to go for the pressure. He'll just cut the wave here. And Nico Baby's still hanging around. He'll be able to hit Seb pretty decently.
I'll take that.
See? Some
Dire's
grouping up
top
again here in the
tower
top
is under
lane.
attack.
Looks like Sox is back. Again,
Those are
they're
stacks. Stacks for Thompson is the name of the game for OG as we look, and we have a triple ancient, and that's actually it. I think they cleared out the other camp that was stacked already.
That's possible. I'm sure Limp is also doing some hunting, keeping an eye on that triangle area as well.
S4.
S4, they've got the Ink Swell, and he's very, very tanky. You have to be careful. That Retaliate feels very, very bad. So, some pressure placed down him. Just trying to make more breathing room for Ana.
Max Retaliate.
Oh, that chipped vest.
It is pretty
Radiant's top
threatening.
tower is under attack.
I mean, we saw that in game 2, right? When the
Yeah.
actually no, was that game 1 or game 2?
That was the Void of...
It's all a
no,
blur.
Game 1, right?
That was game 1,
It's all
yeah.
a blur now.
It's all a blur. Thompson, though, is throwing his weight around a little bit, trying to ensure that this rune popping up. Ooh, a double damage. Definitely
Nice.
worth
Nico
the
Baby,
wait.
though, in the meanwhile, he snuck into the enemy ancient side. And he sees
Oh.
this juicy triple stack.
That ward, giving him all the info. Can they punish him for this?
I don't know. Seb is starting to move over.
There's movement. There's movement.
He
Seb's.
he's probably like, oh, where's my rune over here? But he's going to find a low HP Morphling.
Oh, they've got to be so angry about this here as Nico Baby has to wait for him away. Blade Mail is completed now for the Spectre, who's making his way as well. Chip Vest plus the Blade Mail feels pretty good. Got a couple different people that can take
Dire's
stacks.
top tower is under attack.
Absolute dream. Chip Vest just feels
Radiant's
so
bottom
value on
tower
carries
is under
now.
attack.
Just sit in jungle and farm is still dropping low. Does have to cut him a little bit away.
Gotta be careful because they did have that ward. I think it expired though at this point. Yeah, it's gone now. So
And he'll get the most of it. So Nico Baby, I think, took away, what, 2 of the Ancients? So not the biggest
Radiant's
damage.
bottom tower is under
I like
attack.
this. I like this play here. Yeah, with Thompson. So you've got that triangle. You've got your own triangle for your Spectre, and then you can take the enemy triangle with your Bristleback in the top lane too. Some pressure being placed now over on Nico Baby. The rotation though coming out immediately. That Blade Mail on him, running for his life now. FNG was chasing after him. Pretty hot in pursuit, but Seb does end up falling during this, and Thompson popping that double damage will continue to just farm up the enemy triangle.
Lambda is rotating. His blink is on the
Radiant
courier. They might actually be able to
structures
set up
are
for these kills. Thompson, though, is coming in. He is a tanky beast.
No tail. Has to be careful here. Thompson just throwing out the goo, throwing out
Dire's
the
middle tower is under
quills as
attack.
well. So,
Still needs to be a little cautious around the flash golem. That half damage.
Uh-oh.
Annoying as Hans get mid.
oh yeah.
So Soxa.
This is looking like a dead Soxa here.
Nice plays.
Bet Hanskin wishes he could have gotten some of those stacks up and running.
Dire's
not
top
quite
tower
enough
is
mana
under
that time.
attack.
No, it's still decent though. You know, getting that set up for the kill, stops the push.
Radiant's middle
Hanskin,
tower
he's 6,
is
he's
under
chilling.
attack.
You know, it's a perfect game right now for the Lions. They're
Dire's
3K
top tower
lead.
is under attack.
Morphlings has no pressure. You just really have this concern a little bit about how big Bristle is, but
Dire's
you're,
structures
you know,
are
everything is going perfect for you guys. Like they haven't really made any big aggressive move on you just yet.
All right, there's this opening there from Soxa plus the Haunt, so Hanskin is going to fall. And they'll chase after S4. He's very, very tanky, though. It's very difficult here, that double edge. And he's just scaring everyone away. They'll get the soul bind off, but it's pretty much about it. They'll draw him back. Drop the wall during this, but again,
Like very little burst damage really on the side of OG. It's all like this little bits of damage, right?
Dire's
Ion
top
shell,
tower
constant
is
damage, your
under attack.
quails, your dispersion, your blade mail, stuff like that. The burst is tough. Score?
they're going to try. Okay. Nope, they have the Stampede. They don't have another way to lock him down this time around. They just keep slowing him, though, with all this goo. They're chasing after S4. We've got 4 stacks up. Plus, look at these TPs, though. They have to be careful. There's the Blink 4 coming out from Limp. They'll get the kill on Seb. They'll get the kill on Soxa. And now No-Till running for his life as his Thompson again. He is very, very tanky. Can No-Till TP? No, he can't. Nico Baby is here, and he'll be able to clean up. Thompson is left all alone. He's got some wand charges, but there's just so much damage because everyone and their mom is here. But it's space for Ana at the very least, but Alliance are very happy
Radiant's
with
middle
that
tower
skirmish
is
in
under
mid.
attack.
They chased S4.
Radiant's
He's got
middle tower
Vanguard
has
Hood.
fallen.
He just walks away. They goo him up. They continue chasing him, and his team shows up in full force. And then the fight becomes really tough. Even though your Bristle's so tanky with his own Vanguard and Hood, you're playing into an Amplify. There's a Flesh Golem. You know, that's a straight up 25% amp, so everybody's hitting hard. Morphling already does significant amount of damage, and he's amped. And they even kill bottom. Like Seb died in the entirety of in the midst of all that, just to the solo Morphling too. So big hits from Alliance, all the way up to a 5K lead.
I can see it in the replay here, just a waveform forward, and Seb can't do anything as Nico Baby just splashes him.
And he tipped him, I'm pretty sure.
And he tipped him. There it is.
And yeah, we see
It's
the
just
chase.
so
Like,
tanky.
he's so big at this point. Like, look at his damage. Look how much they're hitting him for. It's not a whole lot.
He's even got 4 stacks of all of that goo. He's only got 1 stack of the quills, but like, look at the response. Look at the way Alliance immediately collapses. They're protecting this tower. They realize, okay, they don't have, they don't have Sox. They don't have Seb. Let's punish them for this. And there's just no save here for Thompson at all.
Not like the Nico maybe even turns into the Bristle, some boogers on him for just to add some insult to injury.
Radiant.
I'm feeling we might see some hairballs later on, though.
Yeah, there's some high chances right now. Alliance keep doing the same things.
Yeah.
Looking for these moves around the map. And OG just can't really fight very well. They have to take really long, drawn-out fights on OG, and right now their heroes just can't actually do that.
Get the hood picked up on Seb now.
I'm just watching Ana farming at 10% HP.
Scary.
Morphling pretty
Yes.
close to him.
Terrifying. FNG doing some hunting. They do, of course, have a sentry ward over on the side, so perhaps they saw it.
Ooh. They have this ward, though, up top. It's actually
They see
scouting
him.
Ana, the humble god. And look at Hanskin. He doesn't have finger, but with the 2 of them, they might just be able to. They're actually going to...
Yeah, they're going to jump, open up with the Hex, try to take some of that strength away here. Another couple hits, waveform. Nico Baby says, thank you for the gift.
Wards win games. FNG started hitting that ward in celebration. I think he attacked it twice while trying to go for the kill. Love it.
Stun up over in the mid lane. The rest of the team nearby. Blink forward coming out from Limp. Trying to get into position here. Look at the taunt up over onto S4, but he's going to chase after Thompson. He'll back off. Manta completed now for Morphling. He has had so much space.
Him and S4 are just massive at this point. Limp also just naturally also big. Blink dagger catches.
Oh, Soxa was trying to save Seb. Does get the vacuum off. He's got the search. They don't quite have that catch this time around, so he's gonna make it out. No-Till walks into FNG. Nana making his way over. Would love to get himself a nice little candy kill.
He needs any kill he can get on the Spectre. He is very far behind right now.
Yeah, Alliance looking real nice. Very tanky right now. And it's difficult to find that opening currently. How does OG want to play this?
Oh, sorry about that. I had something. I was dying for a second. I don't know if you could hear it. I was not able to breathe very good. Okay, we're good. For OG, I think they just need a lot more time. Like, you need to just really be focused more on farming and just fighting around the Spectre haunt. But it's just difficult into these tanky heroes. It's the two big bruisers, the Centaur and the DK, and then even the... Like, he kind of is that big bruiser because you don't have the control or that big burst damage to take him out.
How do you slow them down? Because Alliance, they know that they are firmly in the driver's seat right now. Look at this. Look at this move.
And hope for like a 5-man Darkseer vacuum.
That's a tall order.
Especially when it's level 1. He's actually maxing the Surge this time around. He doesn't really have any great combos, so it's...
Yeah.
I mean, I see why. You have tanking, sure. You max vacuum.
No, they want Ana. Dragon Tail forward. FNG joining on in. They get all the lockdown over here. This is not looking good here for the Spectre. The finger comes out. Hanskin gets his first stack. And Nico Baby continues to hit the creeps.
It's a tough game for OG to really do much of anything. With how Alliance just get this heads up start, and also just I like the Alliance draft overall. It looks neat, it looks nice. OG's is a little bit more crazy with this bristleback mid. You know, they're pretty much have no actual stuns. They have the Aether Remnant from the Void Spirit, and then they have the Grimstroke. That's like it.
All right, they're headed towards this pit. Inkswell over here on Thompson. He's gonna go run in immediately. I'm not sure about this fight though. They get the soul bind off and they'll drop the wall with the vacuum combo. It's beautiful. Can they get anything else done though? Do they have this damage? They're chasing down FNG on the back lines. Looks like I'm dying. He will fall. And now they're trying to focus over onto S4. They do have the damage this time around. They'll slay him. And they'll walk into the pit and try to claim this Roche for themselves. Nico Baby, of course, still around. They don't quite have that vision. They've got the sentry up, but...
That's crazy though. Was that still the level 1 vacuum or did he hit 2? Because he caught literally the perfect vacuum. 2. The tombstone was right in the middle of it all too, so they just focus fired the tomb. Not really the best placement there from FNG as OG is just able to turn for it. And now and the Roche.
And they get Hanskin apparently. There's the Aegis online. Nico has to be careful. What's he doing over here? They're throwing out the silence. Gonna be able to waveform out. And they found some bigger fish to fry. They found Limp over here. Start stacking up quills, goo, just vacuuming them right back. And again, while this is going on in the top lane, they find FNG. They have to use that stampede to try to save Limp, but he still can't run away. He's got too much stacks of goo and nastiness all over him. Thompson just runs him down. The slow death is the most painful one. Nico Baby spots himself sad, waveforms forward, sees no tail with the silence. Can they get the Inkswell off? No, not quite in time. Nice stop coming out from S4. Double edge toss throwing right back in though here from Stock, so they'll be able to take down Seb. No tail already falling, and eventually they will end up getting a triple kill, but Thompson's still hunting. He wants Hanskin. He's going to be able to find it. Just have to be a little bit careful here. He's all alone. Just tossing out all this goose. Stomp comes out again from S4. That double edge. Thompson needing to be so careful. He's trying to body block it a little bit. Can they do it? Enough damage with these quills. Humble God is here though. He's going to be able to back up Thompson. And it looks like they'll allow him to walk away.
What an insane series of events. I cannot believe that OG, yeah, they somehow can take this fight into these incredibly tanky cores. Continue to lead the charge. That was crazy. Like, look at this.
Double silence. The wall. Look at this. Oh,
it's just beautiful. Like, it actually hits on everybody. And we see the tombstone. Look where it's placed. If it was put on the side, maybe it wouldn't have gotten so much attention because it's right in the midst of everything. OG can just turn and hit it right away. So a little bit of mistakes there coming out from Alliance. OG capitalized on it heavily when they needed it the most.
I mean, they're still looking fine here on the side of Alliance, right?
Yeah. It's still looking pretty good with the Morphling, but the scare is the Spectre will get to some stages, some points in the game where you start to outnumber this Morphling, and he has a pretty good item build that he can go this game because he's into tanky DK, tanky Centaur, and tanky like strength Morphling. So Scotty has such increased value if he does go for it.
Definitely looks like he's going for it. Nico Baby also has that in his plans as well. I've got to be careful.
Similar. Reduce the healing from that bristle, just the increased slows will be really nice, and just amazing Morphling item in general.
Got the tankiness.
What surge is this?
The tankiness coming out from the side of OG now, because also you've got Seb, right? You've already got a Bristleback. He's got himself a Vanguard, and he's got himself the Hood of Defiance. You have the same items on Seb. They're just beefing up here.
Yep. They really like their damage mitigation, damage manipulations. I know that was one of the biggest things that OG did at TI, the IO, Spectre, Stampede, etc. damage reduction. So yeah, Pipe plus that Spectre, really strong. If he goes for Crimson Guard too, same thing. That'll be very effective
Dyer's
as
bottom
S4 shows
tower is under
himself up top.
I think he's all right.
Guess he wants to show some attention, force some type of reaction while the rest of the team is making a move. Yeah, this is actually really nice by S4 if this works.
Are fortified.
Thompson doesn't realize there are so many people about to collapse upon him.
Dyer's bottom
They jump on the back lines. They see where No Tail is. He's trying to proc. Okay, the Inkswell buys just a little bit more time as Thompson is just running around circles. They do manage to get the Soul Bind off, though. They need something else to combo Thompson. All that mana's just disappearing as Seb is getting punched by FNG. The surge comes out. Wave form here from Nico Baby. Can they finish him off? Yes, it's another finger kill for Hanskin now as Limp seeing if there's any stragglers. Everybody else seems to have cleared the area, though.
Hanskin just, I love it this game. He knows he doesn't need to max Hex. I actually saw that he was 3-1-4 skill build earlier on. Just knows he needs to just mana drain this Bristleback when he overcommits. He even bought the Shard before going for Blink Dagger. Wants to be magic immune. All his job is going to be in fights is just mana drain targets.
How do you feel about that Shard? Because it feels real silly that he can be magic immune.
I really like it. I think there's so many little things you can do with it. Like, if there's a stun like flying at you, you can like preemptively cast the mana drains. Also, when you get to like level 20, you mana drain your teammates and it makes you magic immune inside the fights too. It's cute, you know, it's a cute fun item.
Okay. Bottom lane, Seb. The gank squad has arrived and they hit their mark.
Godlike on Nico Baby.
He's playing very, very well this game. Step 4 though, coming up from Soxa. Gonna try to pick off FNG here. Is that the Soul Whip? It's gonna be able to save him just a little bit longer, but Ana finds the kill. No Tail over in mid. That Inkswell has been coming in handy. Plus the Phantom's Embrace, of course, as well. But bottom lane, Nico getting poked away by Thompson. Should be absolutely fine here. Does have that Scotty completed as well. Step 4, waiting patiently, wants to bait him in, but Soxa makes his own rotation here. Did they have enough damage? Thompson, he's taking so much, and plus that mana drain doesn't have anything, so the Soul Bind comes out from No Tail, but they don't have the damage because Humble God is just chasing Hanskin over on the back lines. They get the kill on No Tail. He can't even find him. He can't quite get it at the last second. There it is. Finds kill on Hanskin, but now he has to be careful because Nico Baby hunting on his own, turns himself into his own Spectre. That Scotty doesn't feel very good. Oh, look at that. The double stuff from S4. He just predicts it. Beautifully done. A set. He's going to be the next one to die. And Humble God popping that blade mail here, just scurrying back into his base.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Alliance
attack.
just taking the heads up moves every time and just such quick
Radiant's middle
movements.
tower has
You know,
fallen.
the top hit kill happens, nobody reacts. Great. They just let FNG die. They continue making their move bottom with Nico Baby and S4, and the backup arrives. They actually just kill Thompson. He didn't even look like a bristle back there. He died very easily because of this Scotty pickup.
They're just playing so fast on the side of Alliance. Oh, look at that aggression. They just blow up No Tail. Easy peasy. Soxa now not looking too healthy. Limp has that BKB as Thompson trying to hunt, trying to just get these stacks up and running, but S4 is at this perfect positioning because he gets his double stuff off again, and they'll take down Ana. FNG building up some of this goose, some of the stacks. Thompson will be able to quill him to death. Nico Baby sitting very low over here in the corner. He's considering going back in. He's got Limp there. He's got S4. They've got the stuns. They find the opening over here on Seth. The stun comes through over on 2 yet again. Seth falls. Soxa tries to run away. He's not going to be able to as they find their kill. And now the slow, painful death of Thompson.
Radiant's middle
Alliance is just on fire.
Yeah, they just like snowballed out of control in these last few moments. Thompson just respawned, died. Seth runs in to go save his buddy, dies. On the same thing. Alliance have found their footing in this game for sure.
Oh, we're not seeing any Gs get dropped
Radiant's
here.
middle barracks.
They're
No, they
feeling.
still have the outer towers, and OG, they're not a team to ever really give up when they do have the Spectre. It's such a commanding position, though, for this Morphling, for Nico Baby now. They have Roche on the horizon soon. They should have another full item coming out for him, I believe. And it's a full BKB, so he already looked pretty immortal. Throw that on top.
I mean, he is immortal. He's 13-0 and 8 fogged.
It's true.
He has not
21
died.
25 kills as well.
Ooh.
He's actually gonna run right.
He's walking right into Ana.
There's a lion pretty
Look at them.
close, too.
They turn right around immediately. Look at Hanskin. Just trying to catch up here. They have to be careful. They have to protect Ana. They have to make sure that they don't fall into a trap here. Silence. Saksa hoping maybe they can get this kill. All right, they'll find the kill. Ana still looking. Would love to grab Hanskin here. With the stop over on the back lines, they just immediately take out Seb. Hanskin does get chased down, but these BKBs, they're looking really nice. Thompson trying everything he can, just trying to stack them up, but he is doing a decent amount of damage now. S4 forced to run away, but Nico Baby, he wants Ana. He wants this, he blows him up. Down goes the Spectre. Does have buybacking, swell over on the backside, but it's not going to be able to keep them alive for much longer as No Tail's running for his life. But Thompson still caught in the middle of 3. Saksa just trying to run away. Nico Baby finds yet another kill, and he's going for an ultra.
Mindless to the power of the
Radiant's
They try to battle back. They get a decent, well, I say a decent jump. They get a jump with the Spectre Haunt to try to get an insta-kill, but Seb, time and time again, getting controlled, and Alliance, they're looking too big right now. There's no way that OG can take these fights into this immense 17-0 Northling. He just stands his ground and kills the Spectre through everything.
He's a big boy, and it wasn't even an insta-kill. It took so long. Shout out to S4. His positioning has been so damn good this game. My God.
He is doing an excellent job this game. He's
Every
really
stomp.
making up for
barracks are under
everything that
attack.
went wrong in that first game.
Radiant's
He's
top barracks has fallen.
It looks good.
Connections on the stuns. Him and Limp. There's these beefy brothers just jumping into the back lines,
Radiant's
always
top
getting on
barracks
top of
has
Seb, not
fallen.
letting him get those vacuum combos that we saw. Oh, the only fight that OG won was because of some crazy vacuum, so Lions just know who to target this time. And Nico Baby, yeah, he's feeling himself for sure.
That was like a war cry right there, I have a feeling.
Radiant are scanning.
But OG, they smoke up out of the base. Gonna see if they can get there. They keep running into so many of them, though. Again, FNG, the first one to break the smoke. Generally, Nico is here, though. Waiting patiently. Saksa jumping in. And they're gonna try to connect, but it doesn't matter. He goes right into his death as Nico Baby pops that BKB. They already dropped the wall. They're hunting yet again. The courier goes down. Hanskin trying to drain again. And again, look at these beautiful stops coming out from S4. They drain so much of Thompson's mana during all this. They have Shiva's online, and they're just kiting Thompson. And yes, he's got a lot of stacks over here, and they managed to take down S4, but they'll take down Thompson. Limp was hunting on his back lines. Gonna miss No Tail. Seb.
Take that. Need the sacrifice. These stuns again. He lands a 2-man connection. Limp gets to pick and choose what target he wants. Nico Baby's just free hitting the whole time.
Are they?
You couldn't ask for more. From
They're just going for the end.
Might as well.
They're feeling strong. They're feeling mighty over here.
They've won consecutive fights over and over again. No buyback on the
Radiant's
Spectre
middle
still.
tower has fallen.
Sox is looking for something.
I mean, he's got the Inkswell. They got to make some sort of play. Right there's going to be the buyback. The Haunt's coming through. They'll clean up Hanskin. They won't have that control. FNG trying to teleport out. Looks like he's going to be able to do it as they're hunting down left. He's got the Phantom's Embrace on him. So he's got Silence plus that Inkswell. They finally slay the Dragon Knight. But they
The
have,
buyback.
they have yet to slay the Morphling.
Yeah. And they did have to use that buyback so that they didn't lose the game. They had to take that fight right there. So they will see a few more moments in this game, but I think Alliance just wait. Or, I mean, if they want to go for the big play, look for that Roche, but I'd say Nico Baby, I think him and FNG might just be able to run into this and fight until their teammates do arrive, because they are very strong on these two.
Yeah, look at the scan. They know immediately where they are. They've got the Satanic online now for Nico Baby. How cheeky do we get? Buyback now from the DK. FNG showing front and center here.
Sun's in.
They start putting pressure over onto Sab. He drops the wall. Go right through on the back line. So again, they get this jump over here. Can they do enough damage? Yep, S4 cleans up over onto Saksa. Ana, he's got the Blade Man, but it doesn't seem to be doing a whole heck of a lot to them because they're just so damn tanky. And they're going to chase after the Spectre. They want this so very badly. And they'll manage to go. The Soulbind does finally connect. They're still just chasing after Ana. They want this kill. The dodge, though, can they do it? Can they finally slay him? Will they be able to run after him? Oh, God, yes. Ana goes down. And Thompson now is his own little island here. The stun, the control coming coming out from Alliance. It looks so gosh darn good as they're just chunking away over here at Thompson. He can't do anything. He's quilling. He's trying. Nico Baby comes over and says, "Oh, for me, you shouldn't have."
Poor Thompson in that fight. He just got stuck in zombies because of the tombstone, and then just is getting mana drained while stuck inside of it. He's just panicking, trying to move, but either way, Spectre, poor Ana, gets chased
Radiant's
out from
middle
this
tower is
wonderful
under
Nico
attack.
Baby. 2109, level 25, the perfect
Radiant
game.
structures
My God.
are fortified.
OG, they're trying. They need to get something here. Maybe they can take down a support. They take down Hanskin. It's about the best that Soxa can possibly hope for here with no tail currently. Seb, he's trying to punch over here, but he can't do it. And they're just going for the finish. They just want to end this. Soxa, okay, they get a nice vacuum. What else can they do here, though? They get the stun. Look at that damage, but the BKB from Nico, maybe it just doesn't matter. He's got the satanic. He just chases Seb. Not going to go into that foul. Not going to die. Soxa trying to step away, trying to just buy a little bit more time, but he cannot do it. Seb, there it is. The G's are dropped. And today, Alliance has proven that gods do indeed bleed.
Yeah, and Nico Baby absolutely popping off this game. Limp with his very stable Dragon Knight this time, it does work. And S4 really making up for that first game. His Centaur performance this time around, pretty much flawless. I think he's got like, I don't even know how many 2 or 3 man stuns onto the perfect targets too. He was always